Alright, in this video we are going to graph reciprocal functions with vertical and horizontal translations. Alright, so these functions are in this form. Y equals A over X minus H plus K. Alright, now let's get ourselves a reciprocal function. So Y equals, let's say, 5 over x minus, let's say, 7. Let's do minus 4. Okay? So, what's the value of h? We could say negative h equals negative 7. So h equals 7. Or we could just do this. We could take our denominator, x minus 7 equal to 0, solve for x. So we add 7, x equals 7. What is that? That is the equation of your vertical asymptote. The horizontal asymptote is right here. Y equals negative 4. So I am going to use a different color. How about something nice and bright, like a red maybe? Okay, and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units. Double check. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. So this line right here is going to be my vertical asymptote. So this is like a please do not cross line. Alright, so cannot cross. So I'm going to make this nice and big, going up the whole distance. Now, y equals negative 4, so we count down 1, 2, 3, there's negative 4. So this line right here. Yeah, I can't draw very straight tonight. Not bad. You could treat these almost like they're the x and y axes. Alright, this line here is my asymptote. Got this one a little bit crooked. Okay, now let's get back to our regular color. What we're going to do is we're going to make a table. We're going to pick values for x. We're going to plug them in and get answers for y. Now, I want to pick some things that are kind of close to these asymptotes, okay? So I want some things that are positive and some that are negative. Since my value for a is positive 5, that means it's going to be this quadrant and this quadrant, okay? If it were a negative 5, it would be here and here, okay? Now, since we have a value larger than 1, that means it's not going to hug as tight to the asymptotes. It's going to pull away. It's going to be stretched away a little bit because of the value of a. It's larger than 1. Okay? Now, let me grab my calculator. The one on the computer doesn't seem to want to stay, so I will just use another calculator. So, let's see. Since this value is a 5, we can't plug in 5 because it'd be 7. We can't plug in 7, so it'd be undefined. So, I want to pick a few key points here. So, let's see. X and Y. I definitely want to try something like 0 for x. And maybe I'll try, I want some things that are larger than 7. So maybe like 0, I don't know, 3. And then maybe I'll try, I want something larger than 7. So maybe 8, and let's try 11. All right. I just picked numbers, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some answers, and I'll go from there. You can pick any number you want, and you don't have a set number of values you have to choose. You just need to get enough so you can see the basic shape of where this is going to be. So if I were to plug in 0 for x, I get for y, well, I have negative 5/7 minus 4. So divided by 7, and then minus 4. I get negative 4.7 for y. All right, so if I go left to right, 0 here, I go down 1, 2, 3, 4.7. You notice it's like just a little bit below that asymptote. So that's where it's hugging. Okay. Now let's try positive 3. Okay, well, 3 minus 7 gives you a negative 4. So I have 5 divided by negative 4. And then I subtract 4 from that. And that gives me negative 5.25. So negative 5.25. Well, let's see. Negative 4, this would be, okay. We go right 3, so 1, 2, 3. Negative 4 would be up there. This would be negative 5. Hasn't gone down much. Okay, I'm going to pick another value that's really close to this. So how about 6? All right, and then we'll put those other two in. All right, well, 6 minus 7 is negative 1, so 5 divided by negative 1 is negative 5. Negative 5 minus 4 gives you negative 9. So at negative 6, that's just one unit away from this, it is way down to negative 9. It's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, negative 9. Okay, so this is going to ride along the asymptote. It's going to curve here. And it's going to keep curving and going right along that asymptote without crossing. Without crossing. Okay. All right, let's get some on the other side here. Well, let's try our 8. If I plug in 8, 8 minus 7 is 1. 5 divided by 1 is 5. 5 minus 4 gives you 1. So at 8, I am up at 1. Right here. Okay, now let's try 11. All right, 11 minus 7 is 4. All right, so 5 divided by 4 is 1.25. Subtract 4 from that, I get negative 2.75. All right, so that's 8, 9, 10, 11. It's down negative 1, negative 2, and 3/4. Right about there. See, we have our basic shape here. So what we can do is we can actually just ride right along the asymptote, curve, and it goes and rides right along the asymptote. Okay, there we have it. All right, enjoy these. And before you enjoy these, why don't we talk about our domain and range real quick? Okay, you might as well put that in. So domain, We mentioned it briefly. X cannot equal 7. All right. Now, our range. Well, our y values, it's not going to cross that -4. So, y cannot equal -4. It will never equal -4. Why? Because for it to equal -4, the value of this would have to be 0, and it will never just hit 0. All right, there we have it. So this is our range right here. Enjoy!